Welcome to the 4th ever edition of Tesla Thursday. The sun is now down, which means I'm using diffused light, which is over there. Oh, it's blinding. But if you take a look at that light over there, I'm using that light for the very first time, and I'll probably use it more often than not. But tomorrow morning in Miami, Florida, we're getting into the 60s for the first ever time, and I'm excited for that. We have some news to get to because not all places in the world are all fine and dandy as Miami, Florida's 60-degree mornings in the winter. Because if we take a look at California, more specifically the rural areas of Los Angeles, there's a huge forest fire that's going on right now. It's an absolute terrible situation that's going on over there. Already 56 people are dead and 300 more people are missing. It's called the Campfire, and there's still no sign to the end of the fire. It's a terrible situation. The only positive that we could pull out of this event is that if you have a Tesla, you're actually not as bothered by this campfire as other people, especially on your daily commute from your house to your work or school. That's because in every Model X and every Model S from 2014 has BioWeapon Defense Mode built in. And if you're wondering what BioWeapon Defense Mode is, well, that's probably a good question because it's not that great of a name. You can guess that the Model S and X protect from bioweapon attacks, but what does that mean on a real life day-to-day scenario? What that means is just a huge filter for everything that's polluting outside. Let's say you're behind a diesel truck and you're like, oh, these fumes are terrible. You just turn on BioWeapon Defense Mode, click, and then you're gonna get that nice fresh air filtered out, and you're gonna be loving it just like you're behind another electric car. Usually day to day you don't have to have the BioWeapon Defense Mode on. It'll be a nice little feature, but you don't have to have it on unless you're in Los Angeles when there's a huge fire outside that's blowing smoke all over the city. Even with the poor air quality outside, if you just get in your Model S or X, wait just a couple of minutes and it completely filters out all of those terrible pollutants. I just had to point this out because no other car other than the Model X and X has this type of HEPA filter in their car. Which makes me wonder, what's the purpose of just not adding this HEPA filter in? It's not that expensive, so why doesn't more car manufacturers do it? That's a very good question that I'll love to be answered. If you've been paying attention to my words, I never said the Model 3 inside of the HEPA filter because they don't have it. The dash is too small, it's too compact of a car to have that. So that's one reason most manufacturers can't put it into their car, but for those larger trucks and SUVs, you sure can. Getting away from that dark subject, we have news coming from Harley Davidson that they're going to put out 100% electric motorcycle by 2019. And this is extremely exciting because you guys know the Harley Davidson stereotype. You know, like the black leather jacket and he's just going trolling along like and he just goes on his Harley Davidson. You know that stereotype, and that's partly because it takes gas. But now with this oncoming EV revolution, Harley Davidson's just throwing that gas stereotype in the can and they're moving to 100% renewable. In last week's Tesla Thursday, I was talking about how Tesla in Q1 of next year in 2019, they were going to start delivering the Model 3s to the European market and the Chinese market. Now we've gotten some specification. Elon Musk said that Tesla will use dedicated roll-on, roll-off fast ships for transporting cars to Europe and Asia in Q1. And someone tweeted to him after that tweet, got a few friends in China that have already received phone calls of a possible delivery. Can you confirm? Elon Musk responded to that tweet saying that some deliveries were going to go out in March, but most of them, the bulk of them, were going to go out in April. So we're getting close. And now talking about US deliveries of the Model 3, Tesla has supposedly acquired some trucking companies to better get a handle on the Model 3 overhaul of just deliveries. With these little minor acquisitions, Tesla, if you order your Model 3 by November 30th, you are for sure gonna get it by the end of this year, which qualifies you for the $7,500 federal tax credit, because remember, it's gonna half starting next quarter. This just simply means if you want that full $7,500 federal tax credit, order your Model 3 by November 30th to secure your claim at that tax credit. If not, it's up in the air. If you like SpaceX just like I do, you would like to know that SpaceX held their 18th launch of the Falcon 9 today for some Qatar-based, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but just know they launched some large communication satellite for Qatar. I'm not going to pronounce that name for sure. I guess I could try to pronounce it S-Halsot. I don't know what that means. With this Falcon 9 launch, actually one of the stage boosters that helped get the rocket to space actually landed on an autonomous boat out in the middle of the ocean. One of the rockets just landed on there. How cool is that? You don't hear about this in the headline news, but this is the type of technology, innovation that's gonna get us to Mars. Because I believe SpaceX is gonna be the first one to Mars. Elon Musk is always tweeting up a storm, and just recently he tweeted that the Boring Company is going to build a watchtower in Los Angeles, probably out of their campus, out of dirt bricks, and we need a knight to yell insults at people in a French accent. Elon Musk is not kidding about needing someone to do that, because there's officially 2 official job positions on the Boring Company website labeled as watchtower guard. Very interesting, Elon Musk. Very interesting. If you're not familiar with the Boring Company, well, it's just a transportation company that's gonna make these tunnels underground to send these electric little stations. And what do you encounter when you're digging out those tunnels? A lot of dirt. And the Boring Company is being innovative. They're going to package that dirt and sell it as bricks to people, and you could actually buy a brick in the future. The video of the machine turning the dirt into bricks is going to be somewhere here, and they've actually showcased this at different flamethrower boring events. As of right now, we are just starting the S-curve for the electric car revolution, and California is way ahead of the board compared to every other US state. I got a comment on last week's episode saying that in California they see a Model 3 every single day, and I was like, I don't know if I believe you, but now after looking at those sales, I sure do, because 1 out of every 10 cars sold in California is an electric vehicle. And when you divide that electric car pie, a lot of them are Teslas and a major chunk are Model 3s. Oregon and Washington are the next 2 EV states, but only with 4%. So California has 10, while the next 2 states have around 4. But if you keep on going down the list, the mean purchase of EVs in August of 2018 were just 1.6%. We have a long way to go, and I mean a long way. But that is it for this Tesla Thursday. Hopefully this little diffused light wasn't too much. I know it's a little change of scenery and people may not like change, but hopefully you liked it for this video because it is pitch black outside and I had to record a video. Please like this video to share this video with the world, and I will see you tomorrow and the next week for Tesla Thursday, but I will see you tomorrow for the latest and greatest. Make sure you subscribe. What?